Their stuff, Central Arkansas, they're Princeton with really good pace.
Entry pass, and Wilson with his first 2 points as a Tar Heel with a couple of exclamation.
Shape narratives around teams and conferences, and then oftentimes teams improve once league play starts. Oh! 7 of them slam dunks.
This is Jaron Stevenson, a Chapel Hill kid, a transfer from Alabama with the Tide the last couple of years. And the long three won't go for Kyan Evans, but the follow will go.
The 2 freshmen that we talked about in the open of this game had Fog Allen played for Dr. James Naismith, who invented the game.
That's as straight a line as...
Little ghost screen up top, passing out of the double, and then a nice high low ball screen. He gets out of it really quickly with his mobility.
Wilson, will he drive or try to back down White? Here he goes. Nice shot, boy. Turn around right at the free throw line. How smooth was that?
And just some spectacular plays, both athletically, skill-wise.
Evans. Vessar. Turn around Wilson. Tough shot.
Come on. It's been 1 and out for Kansas.
Great defensive play. Peterson, though, saved it right to Wilson.
Terrific play by Peterson, but then tries to save it, winds up saving it right.
Turnaround Wilson. Man, oh man, has he got game.
Looks like a handoff.
Final minute of regulation, knocked away by Wilson. And the exclamation point on an impressive second half.
At least from a name standpoint, 3 ball out front, Parker on front rim moves. And Wilson on the run. Bogovac back for Caleb Wilson.
Yes, we see the advancement. Get off the ball and you get it right back. Play through the...
Bogovac. And Zach Chu needs a timeout.
Drive to the basket, you attack the defense, you don't box out. Caleb Wilson.
Derek Dixon running the offense. Bogovac. Lob. Look out.
Gotta love that. It's yours. Well, we know Luke's a shooter. He attacks the defense.
Here's Johnson spinning on Wilson. Rejected.
Down, move their feet. The guards are trying to go by him, and then the Caleb said.
Wilson with a head of steam right down the lane. He has it blocked. Evans throws it out. And Caleb Wilson throws it down. Non-conference game between regional rivals. North Carolina Central from nearby Durham. Here in Chapel Hill taking on the Tar Heels. And here comes Caleb Wilson. Look out below.
Somebody's got to stop the ball, and that's a heck of a move.
That 38 is a program record in the Division I era. NC Central moved up to D1 in 2011. Up above the rim again is Caleb Wilson.
You made the point. The big-to-big passing has been...
Front rim miss. Here's Wilson on the run out. Through traffic.
That's it. When both of your big guys can facilitate like that and block shots like that, oh my goodness. Don't give up on the play. And just
now Stevenson. Wilson.
On the post, you take your time. The James Worthy move on the baseline with the 2-hand.
Bonaventure shooting 38% from 3. Wilson ran into Brahovic. Give up Wilson into the top baseline. Chance for one more.
2 of them. Vessar catches that, drives it, and he can see an open game.
Vessar, deep 3. From the logo, short. Wilson, an offensive rebound. Springy and one. Wilson going to work. What a move. What a play. Caleb Wilson aboard. The cut by Fort. It's loose to Wilson. Here comes Caleb Wilson, the freshman.
Also, Caleb Wilson, how they've been able to work together and gel so early in the season.
Oh, Wilson got free, and Bogovac was able to find him. There's some of the chemistry. Post up Wilson, who's been stuck at 10 points for a while. Oh, not stuck anymore. My goodness.
Look at the North Carolina starting lineup here tonight. Caleb Wilson, a 6'10 freshman. Get it downstairs with a quick strike. Kind of.
At the end of the match, it crushes you that he has to be an assistant coach because of an injury and he can't play. I mean, he's that talented.
Wilson at the reset of the shot clock. What a sweet shot that is by the freshman.
Those second opportunities, he's big.
Wilson draws a lot of attention.
He gets a third opportunity. What a terrific first step to the goal with that offensive rebound.
Blocked by Wilson.
They play by Wilson defensively there. Took away the driving angle of away.
Wilson to the other end, off the bump, but just didn't hit.
That was big time. Special. You can't teach that. The NBA, his transition.
How about his ability to maintain his balance off the bump right there?
Any problem with the zone, it opens up opportunities on the offensive glass where North Carolina is so strong.
Wilson with a pretty spin around and score. He's into double figure. Regains possession. Wilson will try to back down Mack with 8 inches of height, and Wilson strokes the jumper. Here's Wilson, who's got 13 rebounds for North Carolina, and hits a really pretty jumper there to get.
He's in, hands off to Evans. Sprints front side left of the court. Bounces in the post to Wilson. Wilson spins baseline and hammers it down. From going into the upstate bench. He loops it past to Wilson. Wilson, oh my goodness, he pivoted, he spun, and he dunked it home.
First thing you'll notice, Jay, this ETSU defense, one of the best in their league. They're long, they're athletic, and they're active.
Wilson knocks down the triple.
He loves 2 and 3 shot fakes at the end of his drive.
Wilson flies down the lane. One-handed jam. Caleb Wilson.
He can do this. One of the nation's leaders in dunk. Offensive rebounds, a point of emphasis. Terrific pass.
Powell can't cash in. Wilson, the offensive rebound, and the two-handed slam.
At a high level, corner 3, no good. Caleb Wilson, that's what he does. So.
Give and go, Wilson to Vassar. Oh, getting the VW.
Nobody helped. There are games circled on the calendar.
That spin out he lost.
Wow, was that quick?
Yeah, absolutely. Pretty impressive.
He can go either way, but there's just no hesitation there. Again, the work's got to be done on the catch. A second post catch.
It is to your advantage. Nice pass. Beautiful. High low. They haven't used that 4-5 cross screen much.
Downhill. This is a beautiful high-low here.
Nice roll, too.
Reed Kaysen off the ECU bench. Misfires on the turnaround. Vassar had it for a moment. Picked up by Kaysen. Stolen away by Caleb Wilson, and here he comes. At Caleb Wilson.
Yeah, wrong team. Caleb Wilson, though, the composure.
Riley after the good rip through it. Kaysen. Coming from the weak side always is number 8 in white.
His head was at the rim. Athlete. Let's take another look. My goodness. Coach Ron Hunter, obviously terrific down there in New Orleans.
Wilson to the rim, and he'll have a chance for 3.
Nice play off the roll. And here's the difference there. He catches the ball facing the rim.
And Majuru got himself into trouble. Dixon took it away. Tar Heels on the run. Dixon still with it. Puts it up for Caleb Wilson.
He's off and running. And this Carolina team's so good. Hangs on to it just long enough. He can throw it up. And hey, Caleb Wilson.
Uh-oh. Trimble gives it back. Wilson's not going to miss this time. 4th dunk of the night. 19 points.
We came on here talking about how good the front court has been. The line driver won't fall. Powell coming off the bench. A battle for a rebound. It's up and in. And a chance for a 3-point play. Can't for a turnaround and can't hit it. Wilson to the corner. Powell, yes. Steele with the pick. Jones to penetrate. Blocked by Wilson. He came out of nowhere. Trimble on the other end. Lays it up and in.
Watch this, Obi. He waits for
Jones to get to the other side of the basket. Lets him get past him knowing that he's going to the reverse.
North Carolina, for only the 5th time, wearing home blue uniforms. Downstairs, Wilson will not miss that one.
But Wilson continued to work. He wanted the basketball in the high-low. And the answer on the other end, post position.
And talent from the freshman. Around the logo, shot clock inside 10. Gets free. Wilson with the slam! With a tomahawk! Oh, my!
Caleb Wilson. The finish. What a play that looked like it was going to be a disaster for North Carolina turns out to be.
I don't know if Andy Enfield had a few anxious moments while that one was in the air. But
oh, my. How sweet was that by Wilson in the hang time. Quiet start for Caleb Wilson. He's been limited to 4 so far in this one, and he has work to do to get.
Steve Forbes telling us, I don't like to play zone, but I may have to. Trimble, Bessar, baseline. Oh, my goodness. Almost 8 minutes into this first half. Dixon, shot fake. Stevenson, the right-hand jump hook. And oh, my heavens. 8 to shoot. Dixon, a 3. Back rim miss. Wilson in the lane. Lost it, and they scramble inside. Caleb somehow came up with it, scored, and draws the foul.
Here is Wilson. Terrific move. Kyan Evans turns the corner. The lob. The finish by Wilson in 1.
To 6'10" and put it up a foot above the rim, and he's going to go get it.
That's what he's out there to do, is help space the floor and shoot.
I mean, he was wide open, and his eyes are facing you and I over here on the side of the floor, and nobody was guarding him.
It's Hakeem Olajuwon-esque by Wilson.
Yeah, the little head and shoulder fake, the fade. You want to win this basketball game, you get Caleb Wilson misses both free throws, and you don't come up with the basketball.
And now he forces a turnover. Luka Bogovac. Here is Wilson down low. And moves along the baseline. Caleb Wilson.
He gets you leaning the wrong way. Rahosi out of position.
For Wilson.
Oh, good move.
Caleb in the dunk.
Your little patience, spin cycle, one dribble.
Trimble. Back for Wilson. Baseline and a hammer.
Are you kidding me? In doubt. Find number 8, one dribble. If you don't rotate fast enough, you're on the seat.
Offensively, and guys have been able to get into the painted area.
Bessar off the slip, can't finish. Wilson can.
Trimble with 2 fouls, couldn't do much about that. Was unable to show much resistance. Wilson, no resistance to him. When the double team was there, he just went the opposite direction.
Is up 10.
Caleb Wilson, who has found the right guy in the trap most of the time. This time he beat the bucket of the game.
Into Wilson.
Too late. So the problem is when the pass comes, Caleb Wilson gets an assist off the backboard. Uh-oh, he strips. Here comes the Thunder. Able to go, and then Wilson out on the break with the. Wilson's not used to not seeing that extra defender when he catches the basketball on the block. Now navigating one-on-one and has had success.
And it's stripped away from White. Wilson running the floor, and the nation's dunk leader.
Whether he has the ball in his hands or not, this time catching it, one dribble, the sweep over the top.
Young with a strip and steal. Ahead to Dixon against Hall. Dixon, Wilson, slam! And here comes Carolina with it. Dixon guarded tightly by Dallin Hall. Over to Caleb Wilson. Wilson, long steps, off the backboard and good. Caleb Wilson.
Once again, a great play design to get Caleb Wilson with a head of steam.
Washington off the Dongo screen. And jump shot rebounded by Evans. He'll lob it. Oh! Caleb Wilson.
Get a good steal. Evans, I thought he was throwing out of bounds. He says, no, 3D. Number 8 from the ATL says, I got good hands, y'all. I got good hands.
Free throws. Georgia Tech cut it back to 18, and here's the inbounds pass. Wilson the catch. He's got Mustaf to beat, and the dunk.
He's starting to get his rhythm. That's where he saved Trimble. 2 steps to the rim.
Henry Vassar as well, guy that can stretch out the floor.
And a great feed to Wilson to slam it down.
And that's what their bigs are so good at doing. Vassar, good job turning and facing. This is that little pick and roll they do.
His message to his team is simple. Syracuse is worthy of our full attention.
Well, they need it tonight, but 6 on the board approaching the final minute before halftime at Chapel Hill. Vassar swats that one away. Triggers to Wilson on the spin, waits, and on the reverse lays it in.
Kidding me, Caleb Wilson. Great hands by Vassar right there. Freeman was looking opposite. Vassar with the hands, losing the dribble, having a spin move, keeping his pivot foot.
Vassar going right to Wilson. Looking for another quick strike. He beats everyone to the ball, backs it in. Tremendous effort, and he has a chance for a 3-point play.
One of the nation's best defensive players, Brown. Second year with Duke after a couple of years at Syracuse. Tough shot in the corner, but he hits it. Caleb Wilson is on the board.
Help him, and if he forced him the other way, he could have forced him right into Stevenson. Good little shot fake, got hit.
This is Kyan Evans, the transfer from Colorado State, who was the starter until a couple of weeks ago, now coming off the bench. Oh, look at that move by Wilson.
That turnaround jumper, that set up these other moves that he's been making. A terrific.
I think as a shooter, too, he was kind of looking at the ball for a little bit longer to see if it went in, and maybe because of that got a late start for the rebound. Boozer blocked by Wilson.
Terrific block from the backside by Caleb Wilson. That started the break in the
first half for a very good player having a big season for the Heels. Wilson drives and hits it.
Caleb Wilson on this side of the floor, dangerous.
Here's Wilson, lost it. Henderson helped on the double to force the turnover. He'll take Bogovac, and then Wilson pinned it on the glass.
My goodness, get that shot out of here.
3D.
Well, yeah, Wes, there's a block party going on. Get that shot out of here.
He's increased his acceleration here by 8%.
Look at you.
Whoa! And 1 for Caleb Wilson.
I mean, screen, hard roll to the rim, and look out.